Welcome back to Kiss and Tell podcast. Hi, I'm Dr. Jenny. With me is Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie,
Mhm.
ready to talk about all these good things.
Yep, Stephanie is the co-creator of Kiss and Tell and my best friend, too.
That's the most important part.
Yes. So, anyhow, we had a lot of great questions sent in from our subscribers. Let me pull them up. Um, so, one question was that if you don't have sex and you quit having sex, does your vagina change? Because I guess they read an article that said that your vagina changes when you don't have enough sex.
Well,
Mhm.
I've even been told that it shuts off, like it closes up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who told you that?
Yeah,
Who told you that?
a doctor.
Are you kidding?
No.
Eh. They're wrong.
Yeah, how is that? How could it?
Yeah, it doesn't like have it like a like a garage door. It doesn't go boom and shut
Right.
down.
Well, I kind of I like when she was telling me that, I envisioned that it was, that it just gets more narrow, kind of like a seawall, when it's time to replace, and it gets like that.
So are you saying the more you use it, the bigger it becomes? I
Right,
mean, no, it doesn't work that way.
right.
I mean, yeah. Actually, we'll have a comment. Somebody's. Oh, yes. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
That's what Wanda said from Fletcher. Hi, Wanda. She was on a podcast with us a while back.
Okay. Hi, Wanda.
Yeah, she developed uh, what do you call it? For your pelvic floor muscles. They call it the fem flexor.
Okay.
Um, well,
That's
okay.
good.
Well,
Helps exercise
actually,
the pelvic floor. That's always a good thing.
yes. I mean, yeah. In the case of the pelvic floor, um, yes, you do. I wonder. Yes, you do need to strengthen it and use it in that
Yeah,
regard.
for several reasons, but let's clear up the myth of your vagina. It will no longer be accessible as you get older. Let's clear
But
up that.
that's a myth
Okay, yeah,
because you can still use it. Yes, you do need to exercise it, and like Wanda could easily talk about that right now with us. I'm
okay,
not saying you don't need to, but your sexual desire, your ability to get aroused, um, your ability to have intercourse, all that does not shut off.
okay. So
No.
I have a friend that was prescribed a dilator,
Okay.
and then she's supposed to gradually, you know, increase the girth of this dilator, because otherwise the doctor said that she would not be able to have sex without it being extremely painful.
Oh, okay. Because it had been a while since she had sex.
Right.
Okay.
So what happens there?
Yeah, but you don't become a virgin necessarily. It hasn't been used. I mean, that's the point is they're saying if it's not used, what's that
Yeah,
saying? You
if you
lose
don't
it.
use it, you lose it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't. Let's put it this way. I'll equate it to a muscle, to personal training. Yes, your arm gets weaker as you age, and so you need to lift weights.
Right.
Right. So in that case, I'll say
Right.
yes.
So these
Yeah.
are a little bit unusual circumstances. This
Right.
is a person that hasn't had sex in, I think, 10 years, which is crazy. And the doctor said, unless you want a pencil dick, you better start using the dilator. Yeah, I mean, who wants,
I'm gonna add. I should send Wanda a link so she can join the conversation.
it shrinks as we age. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
without penetration. So, right, that's what
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's why she's got the dilator,
Yeah. It does begin.
Right.
It,
Yeah.
it is possible. I'm not saying it's not possible,
Right.
but the problem is in that thinking.
Yeah.
In that is what we have a tendency of believing, oh, this happens, so I can't do this anymore. I can't enjoy sex anymore. I'm past 50 or I'm past 60.
Yeah, and atrophy does happen. I mean,
Right.
same with any muscle.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Right. So.
I just say, gotta continue to have sex.
One of them wants to join us for the conversation. Let me see if I can get the link in there. Can you find the link that I sent you so I can copy it in here?
You're asking.
Can you pull up your email or not?
Lord help us.
Okay, never mind, I'll do it. Hold on, Juan, I'm going to post the link in there.
But, yeah, I'll continue the car. But yes, so yeah, that is, the key word is atrophy. So meaning after so much time, for sure, that is what happens. And that's why you are prescribed like a dilator. So you will be prepared for something a little more than a pencil dick.
Right.
If and when it happens.
So anyway, that link that I posted that everybody can see is from Wanda. It doesn't mean I want all these people joining us.
I can't see a link.
Yeah, no, you can't.
No.
Can you see it, Wanda? I hope. So anyway, so what has happened with that person that you were talking about?
Well, she's continues to use a dilator, but you do have to listen to. You also have to do what's going to be helpful to you. Some people don't. They have a hard time following instructions because they don't want to listen, and well, it's not going to be as beneficial, with that sometimes. So,
yeah,
I just read an article that your best orgasms are between the age of 35 and 45, and I strongly disagree, though.
And what was the reasoning in that article? I'm gonna have to email it to him. What was the reasoning in the article you were talking about?
Just prime. I don't recall the exact reason, but it was talking about how orgasms change as you get older and the prime time. But I not well for me. It doesn't. That's not the case, but.
So they're saying because of how your age is?
I probably would think that what they assume is that's when you're most sexually active, but I don't know. I'll have to find it and look to see what they were talking about. But they just say, they were talking about lengthening the time of your orgasm, and the best time, the best age for orgasms is between 35 and 45. And I thought, well, hell no, because I never had one until I was way later,
Well, Wanda disagrees. She thinks they get better. But,
I do too.
It's a good point, though, because that's another thing that limits.
Another one.
Right, because you think, I have to wait till I'm 35 to enjoy sex.
Well, it's not just that, but it's also giving into the whole idea that once you're past a certain age, you are dried up and and that's just not a good thought to give women. We already go through enough with menopause and all of that where you just feel like you're not a woman or a viable woman anymore. And I think it's just ridiculous. I hate that.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mixed messages still continue out there.
Right. I hate the message that once you're past a certain age as a woman, that there, oh, you know, that's it.
Mhm.
You're drying up, it's closing up, and I hate that.
Yeah, I do too. And also, there's a new study that is saying that there's more nerves in the clitoris
Yes.
than we thought. They were saying that it's 8,000.
Okay.
Now they're saying it might be 10,000.
Well, how do they come to this conclusion?
Somebody is taking the time to count. I don't know.
Okay. I think that they are really behind on women's sexual health, big time. So behind.
They are. They are.
Yeah, I agree. I think my because you really know yourself better. You feel more comfortable. You don't give in to all the hangups. I think I totally agree with that.
Um, yeah, Wanda, I sent that link to your Gmail account, just so you know. Um, so, one of the questions that we have coming in.
Oh,
But what I like about Wanda, myself, and Stephanie talking, now is just the three of us obviously are different in how, we have experienced sex and
right,
it's pleasure. And my point of saying that for the audience is to remind you that you're normal. No two of us are alike.
right. It's
So,
all normal.
right. And, just because Wanda says one thing, Stephanie says one thing, and I might say something else,
Right.
doesn't mean that there's something wrong with another female. So,
And also just the plethora of misinformation
mhm.
out there. It just gives into how women we just don't feel so. Hello.
How
Why were you dying to talk?
I was laughing. I was like, oh, by the time I made a comment, it was so like far behind
Oh, really?
discussion that it wasn't like relevant. I was like,
Huh.
Well, Wanda, thank you for joining us. Nice to see you.
nice to see you too. I've had an interesting couple of months since I spoke to you, so I'm actually really glad to be sitting here with you. And
Oh, thank you. Me too.
yeah. So
Yeah, all three of us, I
oh,
bet, could go into what the past 2 months have been
No,
like.
we don't have enough time.
yeah, it's it's been interesting times. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
same here.
Well,
yeah. I hope everybody's okay.
we,
Yeah,
yes, I hope so too. I mean, I'm not sure yet, but I think so.
I think we're
yeah,
all. I think
Yeah,
at the same time in life where like every day is like, oh, good, I'm here. It's all good.
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I know.
Isn't it funny how nobody really talked to you about being 50? I
No,
mean,
like, and
no one talks about that. No one prepares you,
No.
nobody warns you, nothing.
no, it just
Well,
at you and throws this and then this and this and yeah, it's a real blast.
it is a blast. I mean, I was always told that things calm down, that once you get oh, not yet. I
No,
mean,
no.
yeah, no, I know.
Mhm.
At least we could all probably say sex doesn't have to get worse. It
No.
actually get better as we get older. I think
I for sure agree with you on that.
Yeah.
It definitely has gotten better. Like I said, you get to know yourself, your body. Some of
Mhm.
the hangups that you have are gone.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you just don't even really care anymore because you don't really care anymore.
Well,
Oh well,
you don't care because you realize to enjoy yourself. That's important.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you realize, at least for me, I realized I was too busy worried about what
Yeah.
society told me I
Right.
should be doing, I should be feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah. And when I realized, wait a minute, they have nothing to do with my life.
I
You
know.
It has nothing to do with me. I don't care what celebrities are doing.
You
I
know,
know.
I think it's nice to get to an age where you look in the mirror and you're like, well, who the hell is going to look at me anyway? So who cares? Like, nobody's
Well,
looking at me anymore. Nobody.
or it doesn't matter anyway.
I
You know,
I could walk through this room and nobody would even notice. So,
but I think the most important part is that it doesn't matter.
no,
You know,
I
that's
wish-
it.
Yeah.
I would have known that at 30, but anyway.
Well, yeah, but even if you knew it, you probably still wouldn't have done anything about it.
Yeah.
You know, I know.
Actually, I've had more people look at me lately than in the past 10 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know? So,
Interesting.
yeah, it is.
All right. So what else do we want to clear up as far as some of the things that women think or are told as they age that, you know, because I think that's important. I really do.
Let's talk about something, because I've been going, as you know, I invented a product called the Femme Flexor, and that addresses a specific place.
Okay.
In particular, it's women that are already, that they're still sexual, they're still comfortable sexual, they're not having atrophy. This product is really for exploration and connection to your body. It's not so much like, oh, I'm peeing my pants, as much as, oh, I don't even remember what my vagina is part of my life right now, and just trying to get that part of your life back and make it a focus. So that's what the Femme Flexor is, really a connector. But during my journey, I've been like, you know,
I did that right? Is that the right address?
oh, thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
that is it.
Good.
During that time, my daughter and I, we just became the exclusive distributors in Canada for a new company from France, and they put out a new vibrator called the Coco. And this is really beautiful, different type of product. It's the woman that invented it. She's in her late 20s, and she won award on won the Dragon's Den in France. So she was showing her product off, and her concept is called Eat, Sleep, Masturbate. Eat, drink, masturbate. So the whole world is all about pleasure and masturbation and enjoying your own body, as opposed to pleasure devices that are made for couples or for this. It's very specifically, this company is called Puissante, and Puissante is like strong in French, right? This product is a cute little vibrator. It has suction on one side and has a little vibrator on the other end, and it can bend, and it's quite sexy. But anyways, we brought this product into Canada, kind of to work with the Femme Flexor, because definitely, you know, I want people to use a pleasure device while they're using this product. It's much better. So we ended up with this wholesale company. So we started Intimate Wholesale, and we've been bringing in new products that really are specific for that niche of our wellness, our sex wellness. And I just am testing, I wish I had it with me, I'm testing something called Aquafit. So this product comes from Israel.
Like Aquafit, like water?
Like aqua, like water.
Right.
Intimate.
Uh-huh.
What it is it looks like, basically, you know, when you were a kid and your mom might have made you popsicles?
Yes.
And put them in a plastic mold.
Right.
It kind of looks like it's a little cone with a little lid on it, and I popped it out and I pulled it out, and it's like a looks like a deodorant stick almost, but it's silicone, and it's inserted into the vagina and used to do lubrication for a few minutes, so about 10 minutes at a time, and it will balance your pH levels.
Right.
So for women that are having bacterial vaginosis and women that are having problems with and during menopause too, our pH levels get off. So I think one thing as we get older, we all need lubrication, but we should really be aware of what makes a good lubricant and what doesn't. So most people don't know much about lubricant, and I just happen to be a person that does know a lot about lubricant because of my business for a long time. And we should make sure our lubricant is pH balanced. We should make sure it's water based. Or it could be a proper oil, but like a good company. Yes is a good company. The companies that you're going to see in your pharmacy are generally not the formulas you want.
No, those are a lot of artificial ingredients.
Absolutely, and they often have alcohol or type.
And they're sticky. They don't even feel good. You know.
No, they feel awful. You know, I sell Sutil lubricant, which is made in Canada, but I don't think we can sell it in the US because it's made in Canada. But there are some really good formulas out there. So making sure that you have like a good pH level, really important, and making sure your glycerin, like there's a lot of formulas that say glycerin free. It's hard to make a lubricant that has nothing in it. So, you know, depending where your sources are, your plant bases are really good. So, you know, just do your homework on your lubricant company, because the FDA doesn't do their homework on lubricant.
No. But honestly, for an oil base, just a really good organic coconut oil. I mean, but now that interferes with condoms and toys and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, that always works for me. Really.
I do know that there's some good formulas that do use it. You need, it's really important, I guess, to have a little container that you use a clean thing, because I guess the part with coconut oil is that you
don't dip in your hand in the tub every time. That is just not cool.
No, really can cross contaminate. They end up with things. Things.
I've always liked Astroglide. I don't know if you've tried that or not.
I have tried Astroglide. I you know what? I'm going to send you a bag of lubes.
Okay.
Whole bag.
That has a lot of bad silicones and bad ingredients in Astroglide.
It does? Oh, I haven't had any problems.
Well, but it's just fake stuff, and you're putting it inside your body.
Yeah, there's a lot of glycerin. This glycerin, it's not that you can't have like it's such a hard discussion, because some people say glycerin free. It's really hard to make something like we use one formula we have is bamboo glycerin. So you need something to create your lubricant. But
I have a few that are really good. You know, that are water based and all organic.
Yeah,
they dry a little bit faster. You know, you need to but you know.
I do like. I mean, not that I don't sell it as a distributor or anything, but I do see this company called Yes, and their formula is really good.
Yeah, they get a lot of recommendation. So.
Yeah. Like I'm not giving a raw company, but I know that they're
right.
They're in the States, and I just know
that happens to be one in particular, right?
I mean, I can make stuff. British Columbia is very good for making some great formulas. There's some really good stuff that comes out of BC, but I think you can't send it to the States.
Oh,
no, because we like more chemical laden things. you know, that's why.
Probably from Oregon, you'd be fine. Oregon, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what else do you want to talk about? What we have a few minutes that we can talk about something else that helps women.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I just think, people, they need to realize that masturbation is okay. Women,
Yes.
by yourself, doesn't matter how much you're doing it, how often. I mean, I have mine on a scheduled every morning when I get up because that helps me get up. I'm ready for the day. But some people it helps them go to sleep,
Right.
but it's all okay. And just learn to like your body, whatever it is, however it looks. And
Yeah.
it's so much more enjoyable that way, really. And
I
by
agree.
yourself or with a partner.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that seem to think everybody's having from here to eternity sex. And somebody asks me, often what's normal. And I'm like, there is no normal.
I know.
Whatever, if once a month is normal for you, that's your normal. If once a day is, that's, so you don't want to like make people, I think a lot of people are feeling like inadequate these days. And they think, and I think we go through ups and tides, I don't know. I also think that I talk a lot about to married women. I have a lot of women that come into my store that are married people. And, there seems to be a consensus that women still seem to feel that sex is kind of like their responsibility to please their partner, and it's their job. And I'm like a duty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, what a turn off.
I know. Yeah.
Well, that's because we're still teaching it that way. We're not teaching it from a pleasure perspective.
Right.
We're only teaching it from the reproduction part.
Exactly.
And it's also more important to please their partner versus themselves too. That they put them. I mean, I just think, boy, if you put yourself first, your whole entire sex life would probably get better with your partner too.
For sure. We've just been we've been socialized to be this, and I know I tried twice to be somebody's wife.
Yeah. I didn't do so good in that department either. So
very well in it, because I think I just felt like I have these children. I have 3 kids. I'm like, what do I have you for? You're just another fucking job. Like, what am I?
You're just adding to my duties. I mean, that's like more cleaning, more laundry.
All this, get the food, have sex with my husband, go take care, right? And it's just like,
clearly we did not have a very good experience. Clearly.
I'm very fortunate. I've been with my husband in January. It will be 27 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm very blessed in that way.
Right. Yeah.
And, I do look at people who've been together a long time, and I have great respect, because it says something about your character when you can, navigate another person's needs and wants. And I was just too young. I was emotionally just way too immature to be a parent or a wife.
Not just that, but they pick the right partner.
Right.
It's something to admire. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very. My husband and I are just lucky. I mean, we are, because we accept each other for who we are, and we're not trying to make the other person something that they're not. So I think that helps.
That does help.
So
big deal.
And he's good and bad. So
that's it right there. Now I know.
It's 7:30.
Know each other, your partners. How did you guys meet?
Do you want us to share the story on live?
You mean us?
Yeah.
Jenny and me? Oh, okay. We've known each other since we were 12.
Yeah, we met on the bus. Yeah, I moved over to let her sit down, so she sat next to me, And when the bus stops, we got off at the same bus stop, and we lived so close to each other, and we just immediately became friends.
Yeah.
Wow. That's beautiful, actually.
Mhm.
Ever since, yeah.
That says a lot to have that test of time between you guys. That's cool.
And there again, it's I don't care whatever she says to me, I accept it. I mean, you know how that is.
Yeah.
It's like, too bad you can't find a partner like that. I mean,
Yeah.
a marriage or,
Truly, like really
Right.
my best people. That was like, it was a very hard couple of years. I had two really best friends, and I had to raise my kids, and it was a long time, and blah blah blah. And finally, I don't know, about 9 years ago, 10 years ago, I thought, oh, I need some friends. I think it's time for me to spend, because friendship takes time, and it takes
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I met this woman, and her and I just hit it off each other. We just loved each other. Just from day one, we were like friends.
Mm-hmm.
She had another friend, and we all became friends together. So the three of us were kind of like, we called it three crows, the three crows together.
Right.
So we had a lot of fun. And over the last 2 years ago, I lost them both to cancer within months of each other.
Oh.
It was like part of my breath was gone.
Oh,
So,
that's terrible.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just say that for that as much as to say, like friendship is so golden, and you don't realize.
I'll be your friend, Wanda.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Even though
And she's very entertaining, Wanda. You'll always be laughing.
That helps. Sometimes we need that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely the one that's going to be like, so what happened today? Because I run a sex shop every day, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
it's just always a funny place to be. I shouldn't call it that. I actually get mad when people call it that, because you can't buy sex there. But yeah, it's an interesting world that we're living right now. It's a time where, my daughter's working with me, my youngest one, she's 30, and she's just finishing her sexuality degree, and
Nice.
and she's decided to come and work in the business, and really creates a whole different feeling for the future of our industry, which is really intimate wellness.
Mhm.
I think women are getting more involved in this industry every day. Thankfully. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
I know.
Yeah.
I agree.
So we have, I didn't say, we have another podcast in a week from today on the 15th. And it will be similar to this one. Send in your questions. If you want your questions answered, you have to become a subscriber. And then you send in your questions to feedback@Kiss and Tell Magazine, and we will answer them live on the 15th. And Wanda, you're welcome to come back.
Thanks. Sorry for I just blared in. Oh, I want to talk to you.
No, I'm glad you did. Yeah.
Definitely. It was a pleasure.
It was a gentler time this time, because I wasn't expecting to jump on here, so I just didn't have that. I get a little stressed when I'm trying to do something, but this
like me before we came on, I was like, what the hell? I'm like, sometimes you have too much time to think about it. It just is like,
we're all in this together, right?
So. Yes.
But hang out for a couple minutes, Wanda. Thank you, everybody who joined and watched.
Bye.
We'll see you in a week.
Bye.